question I wonder if my mom could answer. Where is Syria?
Oh, seriously? Of course I know where Syria is.
See what I did there with that little wordplay? So I wanted to take a break from the normal stuff Mom never told you lineup of fun and hopefully educational frivolity to talk for a minute seriously about Syria. For starters, where is this Syria that everybody's talking about? As everybody knows, Syria is a country in Western Asia about the size of the state of Washington, and it borders the countries Jordan, Lebanon, Turkey, Iran, and Israel. Did I not teach you geography in homeschool? So chances are, if you even just seen a newspaper or listened to a few seconds of the radio or watched any news on television, you have seen something or heard something about Syria. In a nutshell, there is a 2-year civil war that's been going on within the country, and most recently there's really strong evidence that the Syrian government used chemical weapons against its own people. President Obama and the United States government are deciding whether or not they're going to militarily intervene in the country, because in terms of the modern rules of warfare, using chemical weapons is not okay. But I don't want to talk about the politics of Syria. I don't want to get into whether we should or shouldn't intervene, but it actually matters that we pay attention. There are more than 2 million refugees who have fled Syria just to get away from all of the violence that's going on. And to put that in a little bit of perspective, Hurricane Katrina displaced 1.5 million Americans out of a nationwide population of over 300 million. So thinking about 2 million refugees fleeing Syria out of a population of only 22 million, that is a massive group of people who are just leaving, not to mention all of the people who are still in the country who have been displaced from their homes. A vast majority of those people are women and children. The United Nations estimates that around 100,000 civilians have been killed as a result of this ongoing civil war. I know that these are dismal numbers to throw your way, and I know that this isn't like a hilarious, jokey, viral YouTube video that you want all of your friends to watch. Those are millions of lives that are being affected, and in order to be good citizens in your own backyards, in your own communities, I think it's really important to be aware of the communities and the lives that you can't see, that aren't necessarily immediately affecting you. If you take a moment to imagine what it must be like to live in a country where you don't know whether or not your apartment building is going to be bombed, you might not know where you're going to sleep that night, you don't know what is going to happen to your entire government, the chaos and instability that that would breed, it probably also is going to bring a lot of things about your own day-to-day into perspective. It's so easy to distract ourselves away from these uncomfortable global conflicts that are going on by talking about Miley Cyrus twerking or watching some cute animal video. And those kind of distractions aren't bad. It's just important that we aren't always distracted. So I just wanted to take a little YouTube time out to encourage all of you and to remind myself to pay attention to the world beyond our own backyards, to still have an interest even in the grislier side of the world, to better understand not just how we live here, but how all of us live together. As always, I want to hear from you as well. If you would like me to talk about more newsy types of things and such like that, as Philly D might say, let me know in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks, y'all.